We've had every major appliance here fixed since I moved in or
One
replaced.
after the other after the other.
What's that?
I said one after the other after the other.
It's true.
And howdy, everybody. Howdy, Lynn.
I
Howdy, Shawnette. That can't hear you, Shawnette. Louder.
louder, Shawnette. I want to
Yeah.
hear your voice.
Do like one of those cartoon characters. Shatter glass for thousands of miles.
No, they'll charge me $75 to replace the glass over here.
We had the Air Force Thunderbirds. I think it was the Thunderbirds. Probably about 5 years ago, do an air show, and one of them broke the sound barrier unintentionally. Broke a bunch of windows and damaged a house or a building.
Oh,
Way to go, hot shot.
right?
Yeah. Howdy, Tony. And Ashley, too.
Ashley. Hi, Tony.
Oh, yeah. So we just got thunder and lightning, and then flash flood alert, and then now it's just windy.
Now it's over.
I know. I don't know. I thought it was pretty strange because last night it like didn't do anything, and then I went to bed and then woke up to a thunderstorm. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, we got a lot of wind last night. That's what I remember before I went to bed was a ton of wind.
Right.
So whatever it did after I went to sleep.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, actually, I think it helped me sleep it. Melly says they got a storm rolling in there too.
Yep. That's funny because they had a big storm up by the land, and all kinds of damage happened. Like, I don't remember how much, 20 power poles or something.
Oh,
down, lots of flooding.
Wow.
Lots of demolished trailers and lots of stuff. Yeah. All the power out for like 15,000 people. Matt's like, I didn't even notice it. And that's what happens when you do alternative construction.
Right. You're safe inside your little den.
Yeah. That's what happens when you make your house out of earth.
Right. That's officially called earth sheltering.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then of course he's got his own power. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he doesn't have to worry about them down lines. They must have got a lot of wind.
It's funny how they'll try to punish you, though. You remember, like 30 years ago, Arizona was like, everybody should convert to solar and we'll give you such a great tax break. It'll basically pay for it. And then all of a sudden the power companies are like, hey, we're losing money having to buy back solar power at what we sell electricity for. So then they lowered the rate. So they sell you electricity at this amount, but then they only have to pay you 20 cents on the dollar.
Right. Boy had a friend. She didn't believe me that they buy the electricity back. They don't do that. And I'm like, yeah, they do.
It's the law. Yep. So then if you're off grid, they don't really care.
Right.
Well, yeah. At least we don't have to buy it back.
Probably figure there's not enough of us to make a difference.
Yet.
I know, right? Pretty soon we might all be off grid. And
well, I'll tell you, when their system collapses, everyone will be off grid. And then it'll be, well, we're not responsible to provide you electricity. You're a consumer.
Wait. Isn't everybody?
Pretty much. How did they get into that position? It's a private company that provides public utilities.
Wasn't that when they like broke them all up and stuff and did what was that thing called? Remember when they took US West and they took away its monopoly?
Oh, broke up the trust? Yeah.
Yeah, they broke up all the trust. They did that with electricity under the
Mob-
guise of now you can choose who you want your. No, you can't. I have to live in their neighborhood.
Right. Yeah, it's like the cable scam.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You call up one cable company and they're like, oh, sorry, you live in the zone for whatever the other one is. Oh, so you guys just split it all up.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what they did.
Yep. Price fixers.
Right? Your scales are out of balance.
Yep. So how's everybody doing today? They're all quiet in the chat.
Yeah, I don't hear anybody.
Everyone's making dinner. Everyone's making chicken noodle soup.
I had my dinner.
Yeah, I ate chili earlier.
That's something to definitely eat early in the day.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Huh. Oh, that's weird.
I had a beef and cheese burrito, and then I put more cheese on it.
What? Beef and cheese?
Beef and cheese. I mean, bean and cheese.
Oh, bean and cheese.
Yeah, bean and cheese.
I don't care if you eat beef. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I usually don't get those in the burritos, but I do like the chicken ones.
All right.
With the cilantro and lime. Mm.
So you grew up around here that, right? And growing up, we used to do this thing. My mom would make for breakfast a cheese burrito, right? So heat up a tortilla with cheese on it, throw some jelly on it, and it'd be like a gringo Mexican version of a cheese Danish, right?
Right.
And I joke you not, everybody would say, what'd you have for breakfast? A cheese burrito? What's a cheese burrito? It's like, it got to the point where I would just start automatically explaining it. So I was talking to somebody earlier today and, back east. And I said, yeah, we used to make these cheese burritos when I was a kid where, take cheese and put it in a tortilla and roll it up. And they're like, I know what a burrito is. It's like, you have no idea how many times I've had to explain that to people around here. It's like, cheese burrito?
What's a cheese burrito?
You're weird. Yeah.
What you eat cheese crisp though? It's a burrito all unrolled. I mean,
All right. And so what's this book, Shawnette? The Hidden Dangers of the Rainbow.
well, what do we want?
Ah,
How will we see at night?
I don't know if that's more interesting or this one. Did
I
you
know.
find the tracking device? That's the question. Did you find the tracking device? Huh. Yeah, that's funny because I've heard about people finding tracking devices on their car and they destroy it, and then the government comes after them and says you destroyed government property.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If I find one, it's going on a Greyhound bus. I just go down to the truck stop, stick it on a random truck. They're on the move. Yeah.
They're leaving the state.
If you come out here, people do make steak tacos, but what you want is carne asada.
Carne asada. Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It is really good stuff.
It is.
Yep. Yeah, what is it? Most of the Mexicans use skirt steak
Oh, do they?
for carne asada. It's like really flavorful. It's a bit tougher, but
Right, but once you get the orange and everything in there, and that pretty
orange,
much
onions,
Yep.
chile,
softens
salt,
it down, and
pepper.
cumin all.
Yep. There's this one place here, Poco and Mom's, and they just do steak, but call it carne asada. Well, I mean, it's still carne asada because they marinate it and stuff, but it's like huge chunks of steak. Everybody's like, look at this. This is big chunks of steak. But to be fair, their boast is it's New Mexico style. So it's not actually Sonoran Desert style, New Mexico style. Which they had to tone it down. They had to make it a special menu item. Okay, would you like it? You want that regular or New Mexico hot? Let me get it New Mexico hot. Are you sure? I'm surprised they didn't have to go to a waiver.
Arribas, they're funny because you get some of those like 3 chili dinners, and they'll come by with pitchers of water. They literally go by. They know you're eating it, and
Oh yeah.
They can tell if you need a new pitcher of water because it's sweat. I'm not kidding you. I never sweated so much. I never got a chili high until that one time in there.
I remember
chilies.
I went there with these 2 dudes I went to high school with, and one of them said, "I'll take New Mexico hot." And so he gets about 4 bites in, and the sweat starts beating up, and the other dude started laughing, and he's like, "This is like when I dared you to eat that jalapeno pizza." I guess they ordered a jalapeno pizza from Domino's or something.
Those aren't jalapenos. Those are pickles.
Yeah, I know. Those aren't hot. This is hot.
Yeah, when I cook with my little ghost chili peppers, I just hold them in the package and I take the scissors and I cut little tiny bits off.
I get that stuff at the Asian store, Bahia. I think it's Bahia brand, but they make a ghost chili hot sauce that flavors just like Tabasco, but it's really hot.
Is it really hot? Well, I love the taste of it. It's like a smoky taste. As long as you don't put too much in there, it's fine.
Yep. No, this is hiccup hot. Yep. Hiccup hot. Yeah. Forget. Yeah, I hadn't eaten it in a long time. And then I was like, oh, let me use some of that. And I'd been using a bunch of the habanero hot sauce. And so I poured it on like habanero hot sauce. And then I was like, ow. Hiccup. Hiccup. Yep. What do you mean that the can't taste that only lasts a little bit?
Come on, yeah. Well, we'll have to have some chili eating contests. And I see that in our future.
That. And who won?
Oh, I missed that.
What do you mean hot? That's not hot. Yeah, nah, it's funny because I get the Indian chili powder from the Asian store also.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm apparently the only person well, actually, no, I take it back. I'm one of two people here that can eat it, and the other person doesn't like it at all whatsoever because it's way too hot. And then I was at the store and I saw something and I was like, oh, I think they sell mild chili powder, so I'll get some of their chili powder. And then the next time I went, I looked and it wasn't mild. They had the stuff I had bought before, and then they had extra hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just thought it was because it was a different color that it was mild.
Well, if it's extra hot and what I have is mild or regular,
I see.
it's going to be a scorcher. I have a on me though.
Yep. I like to pour that sauce on everything.
Yep. I know it. Hot sauce. What was it? Well, I was watching Through the Black on Rumble the other day, and I take it back. He was on Real Dark News on YouTube.
I saw that.
Did you see that? And he had the Mrs. Renfro's ghost pepper salsa. And I was like, I eat that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ask me, it tastes like, it's a little hotter, but it tastes like hot paste used to taste before they
Yes.
GMO'd out.
Yeah, what happened to that paste?
It's probably made in New York City now.
Oh yeah, New York City.
Yeah, I don't know. And then that blew my mind because they had the lids corresponding to the heat level.
Mm-hmm.
You had mild was green, and then medium was yellow, and then hot was red. And then I was looking, this is a dozen years ago or more. I'm looking and I see a blue lid, and I was like, "What's that?" And I look and it's all extra mild.
Oh, whoa!
Extra mild, come on. The mild already tastes like tomato paste.
Right? How could you have it? Well, it's tomato sauce.
Yep. And see that's something too. I don't understand how people measure heat because, I would make a so-so spicy hot wise, like taco or burrito mix.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife would be like, oh, it's too hot. I can't eat it. And then she'd buy Italian sausage and make spaghetti sauce that was like
so spicy.
Yeah, I mean, if you touched your lip with the fork, you would be like, "Whoa, oh, my lips!" And she's like, "What? It tastes good like that." It's like how do you have different heat levels for ethnic cuisines? It makes no sense.
That's funny. I wonder which spice is making it, or which herb is making it so like spicy.
Yep. That. Either one of those.
Either one, yep. Yes, and yes.
I prefer the green chilies, but if I eat too many, I'll get headaches and joint pain.
Oh no! Oh,
well, it's a nightshade. Yeah, it's the nightshade thing. In that, for some reason, red chilies don't bother me. I haven't figured this out yet. Red chilies don't bother me, but raw tomatoes bother me, and eggplant might have, it's like a shotgun blast from 20 yards. It's like everything hurts after eating that stuff.
I don't eat eggplant, so I don't know.
Eggplant, yuck.
No.
Yep.
It's beautiful, but I'm not eating it.
And then the dumb one was, well, maybe, what is it? Chinese eggplant or something?
Oh, there's so many different kinds.
Long, skinny one? Oh, yeah. That was like 40 times worse.
Oh, no. Thanks for the warning.
Yep. It's like massive headache. like someone sticking a screwdriver in the back
Huh.
of your skull and twisting it.
Yeah, that sounds like a migraine.
Yep. You ever
So
been
weird.
over to Hatch, New Mexico, Shawnette? For their Green Chili Festival? Hatch, New Mexico.
Yes. When it's their green chili festival, everybody here is happy.
Yeah, I know. Hey, the truckloads of chilies are here.
Yay!
You
You
know?
take them over here, they'll roast them for you.
Yeah, and then they the Mexican supermarkets do the big roasters.
Mm-hmm.
They got a
Mm-hmm.
big chain-driven cage with propane burners underneath it, and do the fresh roasted green chilies. And as they spin it, it burns off the peels and scrubs them off because of the cage. And then they put about 4 pounds in a bag and sell it for $1.99.
Yep. Then you take it home and freeze it because it lasts in the freezer forever.
Yeah. Yep, you can't. Oh man, it's hard to beat fresh roasted green chilies.
It surely is not beatable.
Yep. Not debatable. Not. It is not up for debate.
You could add that to everything. I mean, just add a little bit if you don't like the spices.
Yep, that's right. Used to buy them on the side of the road.
Yep.
Yeah, and the ristras. That for those of you who aren't familiar, let's see. Let's find it. These are the ristras right here.
See anyway?
Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Right there. So they dry these out, right? You can see these ones down here from the last season. They're really dried out. Yeah. So these, see how that's the color of like crushed red pepper in the jar? But you can take these beautiful red ones, and what you do is you soak them, and then once they get almost back to a fresh texture, then you take the stem out and the seeds out, and you stuff them with stuff.
Stuff them with stuff.
Yep.
Those poblanos.
Yep. Cream cheese or meat or whatever you want to put in them.
Yes. You can make poppers with those things.
Yep. It's a big popper.
We call those, what do we call those? We call those
5-bite popper.
popper bombs.
Yep. Oh man. Yeah, it's funny. And I used to like the spicy sausage, pork sausage.
Jimmy
when I was a
D.
child.
The
From-
spicy hot.
From this company called Tennessee Pride.
Mm.
We used to get it at my grandparents'. And I was like, man, this stuff is so good. It's so wonderful. I don't know why it's so addicting. And then I looked it up online, and it's got MSG. That's why it's so addicting.
That gives me a migraine.
It gives me migraines too, and joint pain.
It's so weird because you're not supposed to really touch that, but you could buy it in a spice container.
I know. What's up with
The
that?
OSHA says not to touch it with your bare hands. So what's up with that? Okay, we know.
This dude that I used to work with at the state, he had a bumper sticker on his truck that said, "If you think OSHA is a small town in Wisconsin, you've got another thing coming." Because it's not. Nah. That's funny though, because what was it? Remember a few years ago when I was making the Nixtal for the tamales,
Mm-hmm.
to grind up for the tamales. I couldn't find the lime anywhere. I looked in all the stores. Nobody had any because it was tamale season probably. And then finally, oh, I can't remember who it was. Told me, said, "Oh, my relatives in Mexico, they just go to the concrete company and buy a big old thing of lime." And I said, "Okay, that makes sense because it's the same chemical.
Yeah.
It's the same chemical. It's the same stuff they leach olives with."
Oh.
Which they
Oh.
do. That's a process and a half.
That's a chemical process.
Matt, that's pretty funny, Landon. No, I looked. Same logo with the same freckled kid farmer. They're all here in Tennessee. You don't go messing with our pride, boy. Yep, that's fact right there.
Oh, carefully, might trip and fall on that pride.
Yeah. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. Here we go. Just for you, Landon. I guess it's more colorful than I remember. I think it used to be black and white.
Oh, look at
But
that.
we got the hot. We didn't mess around with that mild stuff. Oh, here you go. That one right there.
The little checkerboards on the end.
Yep.
Try to make that's your tablecloth.
This is the best pork in the whole world. Okay. Yep.
Kind of miss bacon.
It's the nitrites.
Well, you would get the uncured stuff.
Or you can also get the salt. The smoked salt makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, that's what I bought. I bought from American Homestead when they were at the conference. Zach Bauer's wife had the Applewood smoked kosher salt.
Oh, I bet that's good.
Oh, you remember making pinto beans with ham hocks?
Yes.
Yeah, I made pinto beans with this stuff, and it was like exact same flavor.
Didn't.
The only thing missing was the chunks of pig meat, and I don't miss the chunks of pig meat. So
yeah, we don't miss that.
Or the fat.
It was usually just like a chunk of fat.
Oh, and like the pork and beans?
Yeah. I want the chunk. No, I want the chunk. I get the chunk.
We used to throw it out.
Did you?
Yep. Ew, I don't want it. You take it. That's good stuff. So, well, we've covered spicy. What else is happening in everybody else's world?
Yeah. How's Landon's mouth today?
Yeah, how is your mouth?
We can't hear you.
Yeah. Speak up.
Speak up, young man.
Yep. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. It's funny because that people all around the country are talking about, man, my garden just isn't growing this year. I'm having such a hard time. And I seriously think Abba is giving us a reset.
Oh, you think this would be a Jubilee year? I mean, it seriously did take my little chives to actually, it took them 6 months to get big.
Yep.
And the little parsleys were micro parsley until then all of a sudden they went, boom.
So
But
here's a question for everybody.
mhm.
If you Okay, so we do the sabbatical year for the land and don't plant the fields, don't plow or anything. And then you got the natural stuff that grows up. Are you allowed to eat that?
I don't see why you wouldn't be allowed to eat that. You're not cultivating, you're not doing anything to the land, are you?
That's what I think, as long as you're not tearing it up.
Right. I think you can go out there and get whatever. Yeah. Whatever was going to grow naturally that just would do it by itself. You know,
Huh, that was quite the freeze on me. That was interesting.
whoa, you
On
froze.
YouTube, yeah, it was like froze on like Dunderhead face. Eh, yep. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let the land give what it wants.
Right. Yeah. Just let nature do its thing. So I know with some plants, it's better just to leave them alone and let them just do what they need to do.
Right. That's what I would think, Shawnette.
Mhm.
Except this time it's the whole field.
Yeah. When they say don't get the corners and leave those for yeah.
Right. But
Yeah.
but the thing is, right? Because it goes, this is the promise. You grow for
6 years.
5 years. The 6th year, you'll have a double portion.
Oh.
You'll have a
That's-
big bounty that'll get you through that 7th and 8th year till the harvest of the 8th year is ready.
Mm.
Right. So lots of dried beans, dried rice, cheese.
Cheese. And you can keep your eggs in what? Lime juice?
Right. Well, this too. You know, you have fruit trees.
Yeah, you would still have trees and the bushes that provide whatever
Yeah.
they provide. Yeah.
Fruit trees, nut trees.
Yeah.
Right. Because I think that's just talking about grain. Well, whatever you plant in the field. Right. Grain, squash.
Whatever you would work to cultivate and tend.
Yep. That's
So
right.
that's kind of a year off for you too. I mean,
Everyone gets it. Yep. So do you get to? Does that mean the milking goats and cows?
no, you have to still do that.
It didn't say to rest them for the year.
Well, that gives you an opportunity to do other things too.
Right. Well, figure you'd have a lot of cheese anyways.
And peas.
Butter. And egg. You know, I was studying with someone earlier and we looked up egg in scripture.
Okay.
And it's only mentioned twice. But it's almost as if you're just because we were wondering, how did it come about to eat eggs? And so I looked up egg in scripture, and it's like only mentioned twice. Once in Job, where it talks about something that's flavorless, like the white of an egg. The other ones in Luke, where Yeshua says, if your son asks you for an egg, are you going to give him a scorpion?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's egg?
Yeah. And it's like, huh. So I think I'm of the opinion and belief now that, it's just one of those things that was taken for granted. Everybody eats eggs. And then kind of like in, Leviticus and Deuteronomy, it talks about the art of the apothecary, but it doesn't explain what it is. They just expect you to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got to get that from other sources.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in there. Just they expect you to know this. And yeah, for them, for everybody else that was written for back then, they would know it. They would already know.
Are you still talking about habaneros, Shawnette? Or cows? Dairy, dairy,
Gals and goats.
dairy animals. That's how they make dehydrated milk. Poof. They
It comes from a dried up cow. Oh.
oh, found somebody's funny bone. But that's a good thing about fruit trees and nut trees, that once they start producing, they're just producing. That's their life cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're very happy to do it.
So what else besides nuts and olives? What's a fruit that grows on trees that's savory, that's not sweet like a cherry or an apple or a plum?
Oh, you mean like lemons and stuff?
Well, those are sour.
Well, then savory. I don't know.
Avocados, I guess, except sometimes those get
Avocado?
kind of sweet. Huh, I don't know.
I don't know about cashew apples, but I know you can eat those. But I don't know what they taste like.
I have a cousin-in-law that from Puerto Rico that is. We were just talking about that, the cashew apples. They got all kinds of recipes for cashew apples, and it's funny because you talk about. There you go, Ashley. Dates. Yep, coconuts, dates from the palms. Coconuts. The milk's pretty sweet, or the water.
Mm-hmm.
But they had. They said they got all kinds of recipes for the cashew apple. But if you talk to people that aren't from an area where they grow, they're like, the cashew apple's poisonous. It's like, no, it isn't. And then I was talking to her about it, and she said, no. The cashew is like an olive. You have to go through this big, long, huge process to like make it edible, the actual nut. I said,
You mean
really?
the nut or the fruit?
The nut, not the fruit.
Well, what did they do?
The actual cashew, right? The little kidney shaped.
Right.
Nut. But apparently they got to like leach it in lime and stuff, like olives.
I don't know because I can buy cashews with the skin still on them.
Right. But they've been processed somehow, according to her. I don't know.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah. But apparently that apple's pretty good. Fruit apple.
Mm-hmm.
Coconut dates. Yep. That, I think, aren't those date groves, date farms in Yuma some of the largest in the world? Oh, yeah, that's right. Acorns. Yep. Look at that. All we had to do to find savory stuff on trees was find someone from the South.
Okay, mesquite beans.
The what?
The mesquite beans, those are pretty savory.
Maybe. Oh, actually, mesquite.
The beans.
Yeah, those are pretty sweet sometimes, though.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. Well, depending on the time of year you get them, they can be a little bitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are good.
Well, the one here, let's see, it's 2 years old. It's been 2 years since we planted it, so one more year. But this year, it was like the bean I don't remember. I think it's on its third flowering this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but for the second one, the bean pods were like oozing mesquite sap, so just loaded with sugar.
Oh, let's save your life out in the desert.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's oozing. That's fun to say. Oozing. Okay.
Oozing.
Anyways. Yep. So, yeah, it was a fun trip up to the land. There's a lot of stuff growing right now.
Yeah, the desert sure is beautiful when it rains.
Yep.
All those plants been hanging out for about a year, maybe longer, some of them.
Yep.
And then they finally get there. Oh, it's time to grow.
Oh, let's go.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's let these people enjoy the rest of their dinner, digest some stuff in that. I don't know. I think we're going to take it easy this week. Maybe we'll be back for another one of these sessions Thursday if you want to join us live.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go back to reading on Sabbath. Who's with me?
Who's with it? I'm with you.
Oh, now JJ wants to show up.
Oh, JJ.
That. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're doing all kinds of fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, well, sometimes you just got to take a rest.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just have a little bit of fun and levity.
Yeah. We love levity.
We love it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody, love you all. Thanks for joining me, Lynn. And we will talk to you later. Bye.